everybody, welcome back to Crochet by Landry. So this week I thought it would be a little bit more interesting to kind of just take a look back at some of the markets I've had in the month of May, because I'm officially done with my markets for the month of May at least. So I thought I would do a quick little recap of how the markets that I've had in the month of May, and I think I've only had 2, to be honest with you, and how those went, and if I would do them again, or if I would maybe, you know, either wait or only do them every once in a while. So grab a cup of tea, grab something to work on, and let's talk about how my markets went. And then we're also going to talk about what I've got going on for the month of June. Okay, so for the month of May recap, and I'm sorry for my voice, I've been battling a cold and my voice has been going in and out, so if I sound like Mickey Mouse, I'm sorry. My month of May markets, I think I only had 2. I had one at the beginning of June, and I had one, I think it was a week ago now, and they were both good. They were both okay. The one at the beginning of June was really good. I really liked that one. I was really lucky, and like I said, I was really excited to get into that one, and I've been trying to get into that one, and I finally got in thanks to a cancellation, and I'm hoping to get into another one, which is in June, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, so, and then the one I had about a week ago now, it was okay. It wasn't great. It was on Mother's Day. So, I mean, the day could have been better, but you know, it is what it is. It was Mother's Day, so it was going to be a hit or miss either way. It was either going to be a really big hit, or a miss. And you know what? It's okay. There were still customers, there were still shoppers. So it wasn't that bad. But I think I would avoid doing ones in the month of May anyways, because market season really doesn't officially start till near the end of May, June anyways. So that's when the foot traffic, because people really expect to go outside for markets, not inside. It's great if it's a rainy day, but if it's not a rainy day, then you're kind of playing with fire if you're doing an inside market, in my opinion. But yeah, so I mean, between both markets, the one I did at the beginning of May, the cost to get in was a little higher, so it was more like $100 to get in, and then plus you had to buy insurance on top of that as well. So you had to buy insurance for the day. It's just liability insurance, just in case something goes horribly wrong. But I mean, it's standard with some markets in the area that I live in, to get insurance for the day, just to protect, you know, yourself and whatever. And then the one I had a week ago on Mother's Day, I don't need insurance for that one because that was just one of the smaller markets, and for the smaller ones, you don't really need insurance. It's mainly for the bigger ones. Some of them do require you to have insurance, either for the day or for the weekend, however long the market is that you're doing, and all that stuff. And then profit-wise, I came out probably, I want to say, I made back my spot fee for both markets, which was nice, and then I had a little bit extra, which is okay. Again, wasn't perfect, but despite the weather for the first one I had at the beginning of May, I think it was on May 5th, despite the weather for that day, it was raining that day, it was outside, it was cold, but despite the weather, there was still a turnout. There was over 180 vendors, I believe, give or take a few. And it was, despite the weather, people still came out. So that's good. And that's what we want. Despite the weather, they still come out to shop. So hopefully the next one, I believe, is in June. Hopefully the next one will be better weather, which means more customers, which means more profit for all of us vendors who are out there for the day. The weather for Mother's Day was relatively nice outside, so it could have been a reason why there were not too many shoppers, because the weather was relatively nice, so people just wanted to go out and spend the day with their moms or whatever. But by the way, happy belated Mother's Day to all you moms out there, or all you parents out there who were celebrating Mother's Day. You know, keep going. I know it's hard, but you're doing a good job. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about for that. That's all my markets for now. But now let's kind of talk about how I'm going to prep myself for the month of June, because I do have a few big markets lined up for the month of June. So now for the month of June, I do have a few markets lined up for the month of June. I believe I do have 4 markets in total, hopefully 4 lined up for the month of June. I've got 2 near the beginning and 1 kind of in the middle, and then 1 towards the end of June. So the first one at the beginning of June, I believe is June 2nd, and it's kind of like a family aspect market. So there'll be bouncy castles and face painting and other things for kids to do. So that'll be fun. And then the one after that is actually a destashing event where I'm planning on kind of selling off the yarn that I'm not planning on using, because I have been using more of the plush style yarn, not the worsted weight. So I'm just going to kind of go through my yarn stash, and maybe hopefully some people that would be more happy to take the ones I'm not using and they can use it for something else. More than I would, more than having it sit here and collect dust, you know. And then the next one after that, so the destash event's on the 8th. And then I've got another one on hopefully on the 15th of June. Again, that one's kind of like the same aspect as the first one. It's kind of like family oriented. So there'll be things for kids to do. I think there'll be a petting zoo or something like that is what a friend was saying. So hopefully that'll be okay, but we'll see. Who knows? And then the one at the end of June, I think is on the 23rd. That one I'm really looking forward to. That one I really hope I get into. And if you're watching this, please be nice to me. Please get me in. But that one is like the one I had at the beginning of May. So again, over 200 vendors outside for a couple of hours. Hopefully the weather's good for the month of June for my markets. Hopefully no rain would be nice, or very minimal rain and not too much wind or sun. Maybe that perfect weather. Not too sunny, but not too rainy, kind of in between. So yeah, so that's it for today. So I mean, like I said, I wanted to make a list of what I need to make, and I think I've got a pretty good list to start off with. And so next week I'll check in with you guys on how my list is going, how my prep is going, how much I've made so far. It's gonna be a little tricky because I just started working, so I'm gonna have to do the making at night, or if I have a break at work, maybe do some while I'm at work. My coworkers can laugh at me because I brought yarn to work. But I work with kids. So, you know, hey. But I thought I would check in. So I'll see you next week, and I'll show you how my list is going. But don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week, everybody. Bye.